Look at that cute kid. Wasn't that kid cute? This is going to be a video for the Weasel. What up, the Weasel? Chapow, Earl. So Weasel, I know you. Like, I found 2 of your channels, or you've brought me to 2 of your channels. You got TheUnflaggable Weezy, and then something else. I don't know. I didn't actually follow those links. There's no way I'm going to watch a Weasel video. Malt liquor. But I read your comments. You know why not? And you're like, oh, and you've said this to me too. Like, you were more interesting when you lived in the tiny house. Yes, but I wonder if what was interesting about that is what you got from is why I was living in the tiny house. It's like it's one of my favorite lines from Steinbeck. Well, not my favorite, but like it sticks in my mind. But it's like the word becomes a thing and then it becomes the word again. So I lived in the tiny house. That means something, but you're just living in a small wooden box, right? What did it mean? Like, so for some people, actually, like, some people were kind of horrified. They thought it meant that I was stepping outside of society, that I was becoming like homeless instead of home free. Other people saw it like as a sign of instability. Some people thought it was just like a sign of like hippiness, like being like a free spirit, like, oh, I could take my house wherever I want to go, kind of thing. So it'd be interesting to hold for people for a whole bunch of different reasons. But for me, it was interesting for one reason, and that it allowed me to live a lifestyle so cheaply that I could still have a decent way of life, but save a huge amount of money. More money than I've ever saved before in my life, and purchase an actual house. Recognize. That was hard work, man. That was a 9-year plan. Like, actually, I called it my 10-year goal, and so I came in at under a year. I'm a year ahead right now. Feels pretty good. And interesting. How many people can pull off a 10-year goal? How many people can stay focused for 10 years on something? You know, the other thing I think might make it interesting that I lived in the tiny house, like I was more interesting. It might have given people. I'm not saying you, dude. I'm saying it might have given some people though a sense of superiority, like a feeling of success based on the fact that I was living in a cabin that I built myself. They didn't see that as a cool thing. They saw that as a terrible thing, like terrible lifestyle choice. And it was like. It was difficult, man. You can't have friends over. Like, I've been having like people over for dinner all the time now. You've been noticing that, some videos where I have people come over drinking. I want to have people over. I went like 9 years without ever having guests over to my house. So like that's like a big chunk of my life missing that on that kind of social aspect. What'd you see? I wanted to show you this. You notice how dirty my carpet is? When I get this. Da 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 da. I once paid less for a car than I just paid for that vacuum. It's insane. That vacuum better suck. You know what I'm saying? It better suck a long time. Yeah, so that's what was interesting to me. I was living that way so that I could eventually live like this, let me be a boss in my own house, having a castle, not needing a roommate, not needing nothing. I got all that I need, and I got it all myself. Not necessarily myself. I'm not working in my own business or anything like that, and I'll just caveat that with saying, like, I had help, but the vast majority of all that was my hard work and my dedication. So I think, to me, that's interesting in that. What else can I accomplish? You know, and that's the other thing too. I'm too smart. I'm too smart for that kind of thing. You know, as a prolonged lifestyle. Like that lifestyle was a tool to a better lifestyle. And then this lifestyle right now is going to be a tool to a lifestyle in my retirement. So once again, I have a long-term goal, but this time it's more like a 20-year goal. A 20, and I'm not saying like I'm going to retire in 20 years. I might. It's unlikely. But I'm planning on, I have a 20-year goal on being dialed in for my retirement. So like before my retirement comes rushing up on me, I'm already got it all dialed in. Way in advance. Maybe 10 years in advance. And who knows, man, having that kind of focus and understanding what sacrifice, the tiny house taught me about sacrifice, I might bring that off much sooner. Or I might come in right on time and right on time, but actually be a little bit better off than I thought and I hoped, you know. And just like my 10-year plan, you know, something could have gone wrong with that, and I could have not succeeded. I succeeded. Something might go wrong with my 20-year plan, but what if I succeed, man? And why not just plan for success anyway? Recognize. All right, there you go, Weezy. I hope you enjoyed that vacuum. Look at this. I'm going to show you the vacuum again, man. I can't believe how much this costs. Da 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 da. It's like spaceships. Like, I guess stuff detaches. These become drones. They clean the ceiling. These obviously look like missiles, and that's probably spikes and stuff. Comes with a coffee cup. And a French press. And then this is a little R2-D2 unit. You can see its computer parts and stuff like that in there. And then this is the vacuum bit right down here. And Akila is freaking out. What? What? What do you want? What do you want, Kila?